4, 3, 2, 1, go!
My dumb ass got lost in the stupidest part. It's all over, man.
Beer 30.
Oh, it's so over.
All right, this is a little bit anticlimactic, but 100 milers done. Actually 101.6 miles because I got lost. So that's my fault. But I left my belt buckle up north back at home. I'm down south right now for work. I don't know what to say. It's over. We did it. 26 hours, 34 minutes. It was hard. Wasn't impossible. You know, it's always so funny this happened during, especially like the first Ironman, and it's already happened again. It's been, what's today? Today's Thursday. I finished the race Sunday afternoon. I don't remember how bad it felt, but I remember during the race, it was one of the worst feelings I've ever experienced. But now that I'm done with it, I'm like, oh, it was fine. It's really not that bad. It's just 100 miles. Like, I got it done. I know that's not necessarily the case. I know this was like the hardest thing I've done. But I got it done. It was just hard, not impossible. So, I don't know. I feel like I got the post 100 miler blues where, you know, obviously I got the pull-ups to work on, but it's always so funny. It's like, you know, you set your sights on a massive goal. Like, I remember, it must have been like 2019. I think the first time I even heard the concept of somebody running 100 miles was David Goggins. And like, I knew as soon as I heard it, because like his story was so inspirational to me as a young lad. But I knew as soon as I heard it that some way, shape, or form, that I had a bad feeling I was going to end up doing one day. And this past weekend was that day. And you know, it's like you get there, you achieve the goal, and then it's over. That's kind of like the worst part, right? It's my favorite part of all of it wasn't the race, it was the training, you know, putting in the work to be able to do it. That's the best part. It's the journey, not the destination. So, but we got it done. Maybe I can talk about it more in the future because it's early and I'm a bit scatterbrained right now. But, no, it was wild. Temperature was okay. I got really cold during the night. It got down in like the mid-40s, and it was raining and it was windy. That just sucked. It was like 100% humidity, so that chilled me to the bone. I had like 4 jackets on at one point, sitting at a cruise station just shivering. But I was very fortunate throughout the race. My best friend Bruin was able to crew for me. I don't know. That was wonderful. That was great having him there. It was so much more fun to see him than aid stations. But, dude, I don't know what else to say. It's like, it's almost like I don't even care now because it's over. The anxiety's gone. I have nothing to worry about now, and it's like, it's almost in a way like the anxiety of not having anything to do is worse than the anxiety of having to do a 100 miler. oh yeah, hard to complain, right? Oh, it's over. This is so much harder not having anything to do than facing your first 100 miler. Crazy. Let me think. Any tips for anybody wanting to do a 100 miler out there? Caffeine, Tylenol. Actually, be careful with Tylenol. Look into how much you're allowed to have. I believe it's like 4 grams within 24 hours. I had about 2 grams over 26 hours. I had 500 milligrams 4 times. That made me feel a lot better because I was like feeling feverish during the middle of the night when I was shivering, and that seemed to curb that pretty well. I was having some pretty decent pain in my knees. That helped a lot. Took one 5-minute nap. That 5-minute nap, I woke up, I felt like I slept 8 hours. I took that nap at like mile 48 or something like that. It was the middle of the night. This was a weird race because it started at 2 p.m. So I took that nap in the middle of the night. But no, that saved my life. Had that Tylenol, had that nap, had that coffee. Then that kind of brought me back to life. Eat enough food, drink enough water, have enough salt. I haven't really crunched the official numbers yet, but I think I pushed something absurd, like easily over 20 grams of salt. So, electrolytes. I don't think I had a sip of just regular, no, that's not true. I did have a sip of regular water on a couple occasions. But most of the day I was just drinking electrolytes. Easy way to push carbs and salt. It's that easy. Keep that rolling. Because at least in my experience, if I don't have enough salt or enough carbs, that will ruin the day. It's over. If you don't have gas in the car, it's not going to run. For me personally, it's really hard to go overboard on salt, like get too much salt or too much carbs. Like the worst thing that's ever happened to me with that is I get a tummy ache, and I think that's like kind of preventing me from going to like an actually like dangerous level of like salt. It's like your stomach will start to hurt. But I think the risk of running too little salt or too little carbs on an ultramarathon is way greater than running too much. I think it's going to be very difficult for you to be over salted or over carbed up. But at the same time, don't take my advice for it. This is my first real triple digit ultra. I'm no pro by any means, but those were things I wish I'd maybe mentally prepared for a little bit more and anticipated. Also, poles, huge. I know, kind of look like a weenie running with poles, but I don't know. I probably did the first 20 miles without poles, and then once I busted out the poles, like my hips were killing me. Just being able to lean forward, take a little bit of weight off my hips. Oh my gosh, it was night and day difference. It saved the day. My hips were destroyed by mile 20. Just being able to get on poles and just take a little bit of weight off my legs. Everything. Absolutely massive. So, but I don't know what I want to do next. That kind of sucks. I really want something to work towards. I want to see if I can at least get to 100,000 pull-ups before I do anything else big. But we'll see. I want to get out of college. I want to get a job. I need money to do this stuff. Pull-ups are cheap, thank God. But I don't know. It'll also be hard getting a job, time commitment. My wife and I want to have kids soon. But I'm in that situation where it's like, young and broke, so much time on my hands versus old, rich, and no time on your hands to go and do this stuff. But I know I'll make it work regardless. But I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. If there's anything you guys think I should do next, I'd love to hear about it. But no, 100-miler done. It was just hard. Not impossible. So, time to get back to work. Time to do some pull-ups.